Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel and welcome to this week's reading vlog. When I'm telling you, this is an SOS of a start of the vlog. This is an SOS of an update. I ain't lying, okay? So I wasn't even planning on filming a vlog this week because I'm currently working on this other video project that I've been working on for the last 2 weeks. That's kind of been the focus of my time right now, but I have started reading this book and I've completely devolved. I can't think about anything else. I can't do anything else. I don't want to do anything else. All I want to do is read this book, okay? So I decided we're going to be doing a weekly vlog this week and I just need to get this off my chest. I need to tell someone, okay? It's Golden Sun. I started this yesterday morning. Okay, yesterday morning. I'm over halfway through. I am obsessed. So if you haven't read the series or you don't know what it's about, essentially it's a major sci-fi series about our main character Darrow, who his entire life he was told that him and his community were sent to Mars to terraform Mars. They're terraforming Mars so the humans can come from Earth because the Earth is overpopulated and they have to start to branch out to other worlds, okay? Book one, the entirety of everything Darrow knows is flipped on its head. And book two isn't even anything like book one. But book two is completely different than book one. And it's just like, oh my God. I don't want to like spoil a lot of things, but I just want to like say the reasons why I'm really loving this book so much without spoiling anything from the first book, okay? Number one, no one is safe. No one is safe. Everyone can die at any point. Like, I don't even know if our main character is safe, okay? I love authors that feel the freedom to feel like they can kill off their main characters. I really feels like it adds so much higher stakes to a book. And I also get so much more like emotionally invested sometimes. Yes, I very much respect Pierce Brown for I've heard he literally flips a coin sometimes and is like, is this person going to make it through this battle scene? I don't know. Number two, the political intrigue this series has. Insane. This is basically akin to a sci-fi Game of Thrones. Like, that's how I am thinking of it in my head. It is so politically intense, and like the motivations that Pierce Brown talks about, the genuine like deep down human motivations that people have in like wartime or in like really high tense situations. Like, some of the quotes that Pierce Brown will just throw out here are incredible. I should be annotating this book, or at least just highlighting some of the lines that I have found like really resonate, because it's not only just like this like extremely plot driven left right like go type of book. There are some very poignant insights that Pierce Brown just throws out there every once in a while, which I really respect. Number three, this book, all gas, no brakes. It is action after action, after scene, after reveal, after death, after like, it's just like boom, boom, boom. Like, there's no stopping. It has been dialed up to 100 from the start of the book, and it just keeps getting hotter and hotter and hotter. Like, it's so enticing. It is so good. I can't stop thinking about it. I have this book on audio. I've listened to pretty much the entire thing on audio. I've only physically read literally maybe a few chapters of it because I've been at work and stuff like that, and like, you know, like on my commute while I'm doing dishes, like all that kind of stuff. That's when I've been listening to it. Also, the narrator is incredible, but it is completely consumed all of my thinking, all of my capacity in my brain that is not reserved for making my body run subconsciously has been consumed by me thinking about Golden Sun and like where this book is going to go. I feel like I haven't felt like this for a book in a while. Like, I am feral for this book right now. Like, I literally don't want to do anything else. And normally when I feel like this intense love of a book, I can still do other things. Like, I don't want to do anything except listen to this. I am so hooked. So yeah, that's what I'm really, really loving it about so far. Oh, also the last thing I wanted to say about this book, this is the second book in the series. Normally a sophomore book does not do as well or does not hit as well as the first one does. This one is like 10 times better than the first book, and I loved the first book. Okay, this is a follow-up book. I will say there are a few like pitfalls of the book, but I'm kind of choosing to just not think too much about these. The first one is that, I mean, this is a very, very plot-driven book. You are invested in some of the characters, but the characters are not like extremely well developed other than the main character pretty much. It really is a book, you're here for the plot. You're here for what is going down. Like that's where this book shines, is in the plot, in the political intrigue, in the space setting, in the sci-fi. The second pitfall, and this is something that I think might be more on me and on listening to the audio. If you tune out the audiobook for like literally 30 seconds, you will miss so much. And it's not even the sense that the book needs to have fluff and stuff so you can listen to it on audio easily. It's just more like you really got to pay attention in this book, because Pierce Brown does not shy away from skipping 2 months in a single sentence. Okay, like literally you'll finish a chapter and then you'll go on to the next one. It's like he'll just do time jumps like really quickly. So you really have to pay attention throughout the book, or else it's fairly easy to get lost, especially if you're listening to it on audio. One thing I have been doing is kind of a mixed media format where I'm reading it and listening to the audio at the same time. That has been working really well. So I'm probably 2/3 of the way through already. My plan is in this video, I want to finish this book. Also, oh my gosh, I didn't even talk about battleathon, you guys. It's battleathon. Okay, it is week 2 of battleathon. This week I'm going to be trying to read 5 stars. This is a competitive based readathon. You get the highest points for reading books that are higher star ratings, or books that you give higher star ratings. So 5 stars, you get the most points, which I'm definitely going to be giving this book a 5 stars. So I'm so happy about this. I am obsessed with this. I'm obsessed. And like, I'm sorry for not listening to anyone when they said I need to pick this up even sooner than I did. I read Red Rising in like March, and it's been too long. I feel like I want to continue on with Morningstar like ASAP after this. So see you in the next clip, guys. Good morning, everyone. Do you see how I did my bangs? Very demure, very mindful, very cutesy. Okay. God, I love that trend. Little update. Okay, I am probably on chapter 29, I think. I don't think I've actually made a ton of progress in this since I last updated you. Work destroyed me the last few days. I was stressed, and that's all there is to say. I do want to give another additional thought to the book, okay? I was on like a little group chat, like video stream with some of my friends last night, and I was kind of talking to them about this book, and my feeling is a 5 star. Like I'm just getting 5-star vibes. There are issues with the book that people have so kindly pointed out to me, such as, you know, obviously it's a very plot-driven book, okay? We're not really getting involved in the characters much, and the female characters in this book are few and far between, and they're kind of like just there for like the plot. You know, they're really not playing a large, if any, role. And while I won't lie, like I don't love that. But you know, I am just so enthralled by this storyline. Like it's so captivating, and this feels like Game of Thrones in space. And it's okay for me to not read a book that necessarily has to have all the things going for it. I am here for the plot for this book, and that's enough for me. That's enough for me. I'm choosing to overlook the problems that other people have issues with because I am just so invested in this plot. No, this book is, it's all gas, no break. It is non-stop action. It's incredible. I'm really loving it. Little other life updates. While I haven't been reading this book, I am filming a different vlog right now, and I have been reading for that. And let me tell you, the spice in that book that I'm reading. Scoville rating 20,000. Okay, it's turned all, dial is at the top. So that's been fun. And then other little plans. I'm going to see Hosier tonight. You guys, I'm so excited. I honestly think it's gonna be a spiritual experience. Like, I'm going to be taken to church, literally, and I cannot wait. I think I'm gonna cry. He just has the voice of 10,000 angels, honestly. His voice makes my soul ascend to the heavens, and I'm so excited to see him. But plan for the rest of the day is I'm honestly just going to like clean my house. I have been having the laziest girl like day ever. I'm planning on cleaning my house and that's literally it. Gonna be listening to Golden Sun while I'm doing all of that. Check in with you guys later. Bye.
And though it burned, how could I fall when I am lifted by every word you say to me?
Morning, everyone. Hi, it's Sunday morning. As you can see, I went to Hosier last night. He took me to church, babes. It was beautiful. It was incredible. I felt so bad because he was actually like really sick and he told us all up front that he's like, I feel terrible. And he was still incredible. Like the fact that this man can get up on stage feeling like death and still sound better than the records. I mean, how? But I wanted to give an update on my reading because now, of course, I'm feeling extremely existential. So I haven't read anything of Golden Sun since yesterday, but I did start a new book because this book has been calling to me for a very, very long time. And it just feels right at this moment, okay? And that is Motherhood by Sheila Heti. I got this book probably like 3 years ago or something, and it's been a book that's been sitting on my shelf. I've known I have needed to read it. I've known I've wanted to read it for a very long time, but I just haven't been ready to read it yet. And after seeing Hosier, it's time. As you can tell, the book is called Motherhood, okay? So it's talking about the decision of whether or not to have a child. And that is a decision that I am in the throes of right now, okay? I'm 30 years old. I'm in the time of my life when everyone's starting to have children and it's like weighing on me. And I feel like this is very vulnerable, but I literally talk about this with like everyone I know because I just like, I don't know what I want. I need to find some literature about this. I need to understand other people's experiences. Motherhood and the decision to become a mother just weighs on women a lot. And for some women, I feel like they just have ease with that decision because it's either you've known like your whole life you want to be a mom or you've known your whole life you don't want to be a mom. And I'm like firmly in the middle of those and I don't know what I want. And so I've like really been grappling with this decision for a really long time. So I started this morning and I'm now 55 pages in. The book has started a little bit different than I had expected. It doesn't really just dive right into it. She talks a lot about like the soul of time and like whether or not we're all connected and like very like philosophical, spiritual kind of like sense of like what is the point of living, which I also grapple with on a daily. So I guess it's like all of the things that I'm looking for in the book. But now I'm just starting to get into the discussion more about like, does this person want to become a mother? What is the conversation surrounding that? The decisions that she's grappling with her head, like all of that kind of stuff. And like, are you going to feel a sense of loss if you don't become a mother? And I don't know, like all of those things that I have like thought about profusely, she is discussing. You know, to be honest, is this a 5-star prediction? Probably not. It's just like, this is what I need for my soul. So I'm doing this. So yeah, that's where I'm at, feeling very philosophical, very existential. You know, this comes up very often in my life. So like, I love thinking about these types of things and like going through this kind of stuff. But at the same time, it is a little bit distressing to my soul. Does anyone else ever feel like this? Okay, plan for the day. I'm probably gonna go on a bike ride. I feel like my soul needs to go on a bike ride, spend some time in nature and read this book and journal. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, and I'm gonna listen to some Hosier and I'm gonna just try and connect with my mind, body, soul. If this is the first vlog you're ever watching of mine, this is me, this is real, this is me. Okay, I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi, today is Tuesday, August 20th. Yes, I'm still in my Hosier t-shirt, okay? You know what? I wear the same clothes multiple days a week and it is what it is, okay? Don't judge me. Want to give an update on my reading. So I am about half just under halfway through Motherhood by Sheila Heti, and this book isn't exactly what I expected it to be. I think it does have some elements that I am enjoying. She is definitely contemplating the idea of parenting and motherhood and whether or not that is the right path for her. But she's also contemplating a lot of other different feelings and emotions too. Like, one idea that I just read about was her feeling so grateful to be alive, and she feels indebted to whatever force or God or, you know, whatever is at play in our larger universe. She feels indebted because she enjoys being alive so much, and she's so happy and thankful to be alive that she's like, how do I repay that? Do I need to have a child in order to repay that? Or is it enough if I write and create art? Does that repay that? Because art is, in her mind, art, I mean, is a form of human expression, and it allows something to live on into eternity and whatnot. It's playing at a lot of different things. One thing that I'm not loving about this book is that it goes back and forth between her narrative, which I really enjoy reading about, and then she will have sections of the book, maybe every 20 pages or so, where literally the first page there's a note that says, flipping 3 coins is a technique used by people who consult the I Ching or I Ching, literally spelled I space Ching, a divination system that originated in China over 3,000 years ago. So essentially these people used it to help solve their life problems. So there are sections throughout this book where she basically is just listing a bunch of questions that she has to the universe and flipping 3 coins and then writing down whatever answer it is. She was asking about kind of like the fantasies, or she called them taboos, that some people have. Essentially, not like fantasies like sexual fantasies or whatever, more just like you imagining yourself living a different life. You imagining yourself like me. Instead of imagining myself as my life as it is now, me thinking about, okay, what if I just like moved to Italy and just like, you know, whatever, you know, just like these imaginary what ifs of my life, what that could be. Okay. She does reference a lot of religious stuff in here too. She said, in the story of Jacob, the angel blesses him there, yet wait, what does it mean to be blessed? That the thing we are wrestling with wishes us well? And then in parentheses, the answer was no. And then the next question was that our wrestling will take care of us forever? Yes, which I kind of liked that. I thought that was a really, I don't know, profound way of looking at life. Like, we're all gonna have these fantasies and these imaginations of what our lives could be, but that's like part of being human, and that's part of being blessed. And I don't know, I'm not trying to have a conversation or discussion about religion by any means, but just, I don't know, something to think about. And so she has given me some little good tidbits of information. It's honestly forced me into an existential crisis, to be honest with you. Like, am I going through it right now? Yes. Have I had a really tough last few days? Yes. And it's because I get into really bad existential moods sometimes, and this book has definitely brought me there. Don't worry, talking with my therapist tomorrow. It's definitely something that I haven't read a book like this in a long time. It's just more of like a narrative, nonfiction type book, kind of just like postulating different ideas, different ways to live life, different spiritual beliefs, all that kind of stuff. And it's just made me feel really existential. I feel like I connect with her on some things, other things I don't as much, I guess. But really don't know what I'm gonna rate this book, to be honest with you. It's kind of feeling like a non-rating. I don't know if anyone has those where they just like don't rate nonfiction books. It just doesn't feel right sometimes for me. So that would be unfortunate, but I would give it a rating for the readathon's sake, you know what I mean? Other than that, haven't really gotten into more of Golden Sun. I really just like spent most of my day the other day reading this book, and then last night I watched the Love Island reunion, because duh. Mental health has been low. Like, honestly, low for the past few days. Been really feeling a little bit depressy, and I'm trying to help myself. I think I'm gonna go on a walk after this and probably listen to Golden Sun or just like some nice calming music. You know what? I think what happened is like, this book has made me real existential, and then I went to the Hozier concert, and Hozier makes me extremely existential because his music is a lot about like philosophy and like politics and like all that kind of stuff, and it's just kind of like sent me into a little bit of an existential spiral. and work's been stressful, and you know what? It's just life, okay? I don't need to vent to you guys about all this, but that's where I'm at. I am very hopeful that I'm going to be able to finish 3 books this week. I'm literally over halfway through, over 3 books, and I just like need to sit down and power through some of these. So yeah, that's the update. I will check in with you guys when I have a little bit more to say on either front, and see you in the next clip. Bye. I just finished Golden Sun, okay? I need to like hang on to something. I am shook. Like, it's been probably like a week, honestly, since I checked in with you last. I probably took like 5 days off of reading Golden Sun last week. And then this morning, I hosted reading sprints for battleathon, and I was like, I should get back into reading the book again. And I was like on page like 290 or something. I don't know. I was probably around the 2/3 mark. When I tell you I couldn't focus on anything today because this book took my life over. Like, we tried to go and be like adult humans out in the world, and like we tried to go to like this nice botanical garden. I couldn't focus on the plants, okay? I was thinking about this book the entire time. Oh my God. And then we went to my friend's birthday party, and it was great. It was so fun. But we were walking to the birthday party, and I'm sitting there with my audiobook, listening to my audiobook like I'm like talking on the phone, walking to our friend's birthday party, because I can't put this book down. I couldn't put it down. I don't think I've ever read a book whose author is so savage about the characters in the book. No one is safe, you guys. No one is safe. You can't get attached to any single character in this book, not even the main character, because anyone could die at any moment. And I've never been so, I feel like I haven't felt this way since watching Game of Thrones. I remember the first time I watched Game of Thrones, I was like shook. We're getting the Red Wedding part 2 sci-fi version. Like, I don't even have words. I don't even have words to speak as to what I am still processing those last few chapters. What is gonna happen? What is gonna happen? I need to go on to the 3rd one immediately. How are we gonna move on? What's the plan? Was that the best book I read this year? If you haven't read the Red Rising series and you like epic fantasy or Game of Thrones or anything that has to do with like warring of houses and like extreme political banter and political moves and all that kind of stuff, you need to read this series immediately. The fact that I've been with these characters under 1,000 pages long and all of this has happened so far, oh my God. I don't think I can sleep tonight because I think I have to start Morningstar right now. I don't know how I'm gonna recover. How am I supposed to go to sleep? This book, it's an immediate 5 stars. And while the plot is outrageous and I feel like the characters are kind of underdeveloped, the plot is so good that I like can't think about anything else. I'm sorry, I think this has been probably the most chaotic update of this vlog, but I can't think straight right now. This book, there's a before and after of life. If you've read this book, I hope you understand. Okay, bye. Hi everyone, so today is August 27th, it is Tuesday. I think I last updated you on Saturday night, was it? With Golden Sun. I have since started Morningstar, I'm like 3 chapters in. This series is beyond addictive. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, you saw my reaction. I was mind blown. even starting into Morningstar, it just like picks up right where it leaves off. So really, really enjoying this. But I did kind of want to give a final update because I think I've been filming this vlog for like 2 weeks and I just like need to be done with it. I've had like a very creative rut in terms of my content over the last 2 weeks. I haven't uploaded a video in 2 weeks and I feel quite bad about it. I'm not blaming it on this book, but this book has sent me into a bit of an existential spiral. So not only does this book explore themes about like motherhood and like whether or not you want to become a mother, but it also explores themes of like, what is the purpose of life? Like, what do I do if I'm not a mother? Do I have some type of like duty to fulfill? I don't know. It just has really sent me into this like existential spiral of like, what is my life? But also it talks about like the soul of time and like, what is the point of living? So I've really spiraled in that sense. You know, just girly things. I have not finished the book yet because pretty much every time I've picked the book up, I get really philosophical. Maybe I should just stop reading the book right now because these are the feelings that I did want to grapple with when reading this book, but it's getting to be a little bit overwhelming. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm going through a midlife crisis. Honestly, that might be it. I'm 30 years old and having a midlife crisis. If you are interested in having a midlife crisis, maybe pick this book up. If not, wouldn't recommend. I just think I need to be done with this vlog and that's all there is to say. But yeah, I think this might be the only vlog that I upload for Battleathon. I'm going to have completed a total of 4 books for the month, which is great for me. I feel like I don't normally read 4 books in a month, so I feel like I did more than normal, but I have spiraled. I have spiraled into an existential crisis. So that's fun. If you've made it this far in the video, leave a sun emoji because it is the dog days of summer. It is very warm outside and it's just that time of year. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye everyone.